Allow your fingers to fully extend like they would while you're doing energy flow. And follow the extensions as they bounce from place to place. Connect the breath with each finger movement precisely. Starting and ending at the same time. Nice and soft. Nice and relaxed. Relaxed, precise, deliberate. So with the fingers. You're testing, allow it to move. Go ahead and allow the first finger to move and allow the other fingers to follow after, but just by breathing in. Just breathe out, breathing into the flute.
393.
Yeah. So the full length of the breath. Nice and soft. Allow it all to start the moment the breath begins. Nice and relaxed though, nice and relaxed. Like you're the greatest master there is. Nice and relaxed. You know, you don't need to try at all. Just allow your hands to fall. You see, you're starting it way too late. Way too late. The very first time you begin doing that. You don't wait to see if it's going to work. You work it immediate. You understand? It's not trying to find out if it's going to happen. This is too much control, too much observation. You're in your own way. It's about getting before your mind and allowing yourself to move in a relaxed way. Just go ahead in the most utter unnatural confidence for no reason at all. Just allow yourself to begin the breath the same time the fingers begin fluidity. Go ahead and allow yourself to loosen the fingers on the flute right now with fluidity. Just move the fingers as if you're playing a song without it at your mouth. Just go right now. Allow them to trace the holes as if they're fast. Pound into the holes. Bounce off of them. You know? Like, be deliberate with the hole.
It's so unnatural.
Yeah. But you're trying this way. Allow yourself to just let go and let your fingers show you. They already know what to do, by just not hesitating or trying at all. Just moving them with the greatest speed in the world, just out of nowhere. But not governing.
It doesn't.
It doesn't work. It does work. It does work. It works. Here, go this finger, this finger, this finger, this finger, this finger. Very good. Now go back and down. Yeah. You're doing. It's okay. You're learning. Learning is good. Don't forget about your last hole. That's the hole you don't like for some reason. That's the one that doesn't allow you to be fully with the flute.
I can't play that one.
Well, you can, but not if you say you cannot. And you're like, look, see, I cannot. You can self-fulfill your own curse if you like. Or you can allow yourself to see something different than what you're previously doing. But I'm letting you know how right now. Yeah, so if you just be with me here, we can do this, okay? So come on. Let's do this. It's the greatest day of our lives. The greatest moment in all of existence. You just be nice and relaxed. You see, you're already screwing up. You're already deciding that you suck at it before you even begin. You can come in with the most unnatural confidence ever, as if you are the greatest flautist in the world. I know this is ridiculous, but you are enlightened mind. Everything is enlightened action. You are able to allow yourself to very relaxedly. You see the way you're even holding the flute? Is that the way a professional flautist that was relaxed and knew how to play a flute would hold the flute? No. The way they would hold a flute would be one of great confidence, one as if absolutely everything is going to be okay. They practiced for a million years for this concerto or concerto or whatever they call it. And so here they are doing it. Very beautiful. Relaxed, you see. You try to repeat patterns, and that's the issue, you know. No repeating the pattern, that's now control. The first time you did it, it sounded kind of cool. Then you were kind of able to repeat the pattern the next time. But you're not going to be able to loop yourself forever for safety and security. You have to be able to allow yourself to go off into the unknown and see what unfolds. Following by the point that you're on, it will always lead you to the next point. You just see where you start to think, and instead of thinking, you act. Way too much force now, you can tell, yeah? Nice and relaxed. No trying. Just allow it to happen on its own. It will happen on its own. You really don't have to try. The finger patterns here are not of the utter relaxation. They're the ones trying to point the finger somewhere. But you could allow them to relax. They go more to the pads like this. And then you would have no problem hitting that hole. But it would have to relax. You don't have to try. I know it's scary thinking that maybe you won't hit the hole, but I know you don't like listening to me, but it is helping actually, so it's okay. But the pads, it's a very relaxed gesture. You don't have to hold them down very hard.
They don't cover the whole...
Your pads actually cover the hole way better. I know it seems like they don't right now, but you just allow yourself to relax into pressing them, so you allow the softness to come softly onto the hole, and then it, with its squishy nature, covers the hole. It's very nice. It's very nice. But you allow them. No, they're very quite similar. You see, look, quite similar. They're a little thicker. But the tips of your fingers, I assure you, are much more narrow than the pads of your hands, even though you think they're not.
But they're circular.
But look at this circle. Now look at your circle. You see how these two circles are not the same size. So, which size that circle could actually fit here? That's crazy. How could that circle fit here? Well, that's what you do with that, okay? I'm not trying to screw you up here. I'm simply letting you know what's easier and better for you as a flutist, because I'm a master flautist. You've noticed that, but not a big deal. Relaxed. No no trying. I know you're trying. I know it's very hard not to try, but every time we try, we just let go. I know you feel like upset and on the spot, but there's no need. Okay, that's enough of that. But go ahead and play the flute, please.
I just feel like it doesn't close though.
What doesn't happen is you don't blow in it correctly because you're not moving in unison. You're watching to see if it's going to create a tone. But the moment you begin, a tone is already there available as long as you simply continue to breathe. Now you're after. Restart. Because when you don't continue and it breaks, you're now trying to catch onto the previous line. But this is not going to work. You have to start a new line now. You don't have the rhythm. Because you never heard past that first barely note. So that means you have to start a song and follow it. Follow the sound, follow the breath is what you're following. You don't like to listen to me, you like to hurry, and then when you finally are ready, you want to get all upset and nervous. This is ridiculous. Listen to what I'm saying. Come on. This is very, very simple. Here.
I have a hard time listening and doing something at the same time because it makes me feel
All you have to do is be breathing. You don't have to be thinking at all. You should have no trouble hearing somebody while all you're doing is breathing. You're not thinking. You'll have no reason to even try to move your fingers. Your fingers move completely on their own. Your breath happens on its own. The entire body begins on its own. You allow it. If you're not allowing it, you're forcing, and then you just let go of your force, and then you begin again allowing and following from allow. When you find just the smallest bit of allow, you then begin allowing again and again and again. And you follow through greater curvatures. But you can tell in the very beginning when you haven't hit it right, because there you go, you have no note. So there you go, you had no trust, you had no ability to follow incorrectly, so you have to begin again in the very start. You've screwed it up already. The moment the note isn't good, you screwed it. There you go, that was a little bit better, but that was still after. So follow through with that tone. When you hear the tone, just lean into it. Lean into the tone. That's your lack of confidence again, you see? You had to bring over your other finger because you didn't trust your one finger. You gotta maintain your confidence in your structure. There's a reason for the fingers. There's 6 finger holes. You use these 6 fingers. You can use your other fingers, but it's going to be much more difficult because now you have to use your mind. The way your body naturally moves is in coordinates with the way that things are formed. Here you are in tune with this harmony of your heart's frequency. It knows what to do. You start every time without feeling the thing. You start every time with your mind. Feel your energy. Feel the flute. Feel your breath. Tune into your breath. Breathe. Breathe. Feel the flute like you would feel a staff, like there's life, surging energy through the object. Feel the object, touch the object, become intimate with your feeling of the object, with your finger holes of the object. You feel the entire finger hole. Know it intimately through your feeling. What are you trying to do? I told you move everything together as one relaxedly. If you start and you screw it up immediately, just immediately stop. Do the spurts of breath. You have not caught it yet. I've shown you 1,000 times before, 1,000,000 times before. You're thinking far too much. You would just be able to do what I say, but I guess you're not too much thought about how to be directed into this positioning, but it's very simple, the most utter relaxation. You simply allow yourself to move as one. You do not try to do one of the things without the other things. You do them all exactly as one. Not just one finger, the entire finger, the whole hand, the whole body, the whole arm, everything as one moving together. But you start with the breath. And all, once you feel the connection of the motion, once you connected your breath with the motion and the sound, then you can follow the motion all the way through, and then the motion will keep the tones correct. But those things are all tuned into the breath the whole time. Fingers are behind the breath, you see. You thought there. You decided that you needed to put them a certain way. Begin a pattern like you're beatboxing and have your fingers follow it. But just breathing the breath like a flautist would. But beatbox pattern that. Follow it with your fingers. Allow your head to move into your breath. Kind of like you're bebopping your head with the music. But into your breath. Where your breath is breathing. Into the direction your breath breathes. Your hand motions could simply rock further, more fully, and it would allow them to bounce to each note easier. It's so good.